Today, China's economy is close to 5 times larger than what India's economy is. But do you even know? Just back in 1987, the nominal GDP of both the countries were almost equal. And what China has done in the last 30 odd years is something which is really interesting and which probably has a lot of lessons for you and me. Let's talk about the whole of boycott China movement today. Hello everyone, I am Ajinkya Chopde, one of the top educators on Unacademy for CAT category, and in this video I will be discussing with you my thoughts about the whole of boycott China movement. To start with, let's take a look into what China has invested in India today and what China means for India's economy. Today, we are one of the largest importers of Chinese goods around the globe, and close to 70 to 80% of our pharmaceutical industries, close to 70% of the mobile phones we buy, and a large part of our semiconductor imports, large part of our telecom imports all come from one single source, and which is China. Which means that Chinese investments have been growing and have been rampant in India's growth as well as India's economy. Also, in the last couple of years, the Chinese investment in Indian startups have grown very rapidly, which means that while earlier the Chinese investments would have been a few billion dollars, in the past couple of years we have seen dozens of billions of dollars of money flowing in from China into India for setting up of different manufacturing hubs, or maybe setting up and supporting or buying stakes into a lot of Indian startups. Now what that means is that when we think of it, it might so appear that, you know what, with so much of thing already happening and China already being such a big power around the world, it might so appear that India has very little that it can do, and very little things which it can actually go out and change in the larger picture per se. But it's not really, it's not really the entire picture. As I told you, only 30 years ago, China and India were almost equal. The way China has grown up in these 30 years teaches us a lot of lessons. Go back and take a look into how large companies around the world have struggled to get into China and have actually struggled to build a big amount of client base into those countries. China doesn't have a big Amazon. It has its own players. It has Alibaba. China doesn't have Google come in over there. China uses its own search engines. A lot of apps like Google Pay are not actually active in China. They have their own payment systems. WhatsApp is not active in China. They have their own chat systems. And what that means is that for every large Western competitor, Western IT firm which tries to enter China, China actually goes out and builds a very good competitive product of its own, and then the government and the people of China go ahead and support it. The government kind of, a lot of times it's not only the people who support it, a lot of times the government also brings in laws which make the other competitors absolute, but it is also the people of China who go out there and more so use the local Chinese products. What can India do? Maybe we can start by, the next time you go ahead and buy some mobile phone, maybe start by buying maybe something which is of an Indian make. Maybe go ahead and start using Indian products more and more. So at initial phase, it might appear that, Indian products are a little costlier than the Chinese products. But again, think of it in this way, that if we keep on relying ourselves on the Chinese product, this is going to continue forever, and forever Chinese products will remain to be cheaper because they keep on getting the funding which they then invest in the technology, and then in return are able to produce the cheaper products for us. We always have this notion that in India we don't have the industry, in India we don't have the manufacturing capacity, and due to which we should not be able to, we would not be able to compete with China on any of these fronts. But the fact is, we never thought that we needed to build this capacity because we had some cheap goods accessible coming in from this country called China, and there's such a huge trade deficit between our both countries. So it is high time that we start somewhere. It's not boycott. I feel boycott China movement is not about taking up your mobile phone and if it is of Chinese make, burning it out, or maybe getting away with all the Chinese products which you have. If you have them, keep them, use them. But the next time you buy, try to make a more conscious choice. Try to support something which is more of Indian make, maybe something which is produced locally, sourced locally, and so on and so forth. Are the industries which are completely reliant on China for supplies? Maybe that's not going in, maybe in the near future, because on a lot of parts China does have monopoly, not just for India but around the globe. But for whatever it's possible, it's time that we start by acting. Also understand that in the last couple of years, China has actually seen its entrepreneurs grow in a very, very, very large manner. The number of billionaires in China has grown faster than in any other country around the world. Maybe this is a lesson for India too. You know, we want to start up the whole of the entrepreneur culture, the startup culture in India, and maybe we want to actually not just think of it ki we want to import something from China. We actually want to, you know, maybe start by thinking across. Maybe it is possible that we manufacture this thing in India, and maybe it is possible that we export it out to the world. So if China has done this in 30 years, probably India can also do this in the next couple of decades, maybe even earlier. But the thing is, are you and is everyone amongst you and I, are we ready to act? Are we ready to go the next time and say that, okay, can we manufacture this thing locally? Can we actually become a self-reliant India? That is the larger question. Boycotting one single nation or one single nation's products is not the entirety of the solution. The larger solution becomes that you and us, we as a country, become so strong that we are actually able to stand up and create products which are as good as, if not better than, the Chinese competitive products which are right now coming down in India. So that is my take on the boycott China movement. Let us all come together, let us all act together, and let us all ensure that, you know, Chinese investment does not flow in the critical sectors of our country, and that we, along with our innovation, along with our perseverance, along with all the things that we are good at, are able to build up some amazing companies and hopefully some amazing products, not just for us, but for the entirety of the world.